Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Subhadra Baladev ki jai. Jayom Vijupad Paramamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtotara Sata Sri Srimati His Grace et Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Jayom Vijupad Paramamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtotara Sata Sri Srimati His Grace Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Sikho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Mayapur Navadvip Dham ki jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Ganga Mayi ki jai. Yamuna Mayi ki jai. Srimati Tulasi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Sri Sri Jagannath Subhadra Baladev ki jai. Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Sambhavatis. All glories to the Sambhavatis. All glories to the Sambhavatis. All glories to Sri Guru Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Vasavutade Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachadine Nirvesesha Sunnavadi Paschataridatarine Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. We are reading today from Srimad Bhagavatam. Fourth skanda, 20th chapter, sloka number 5. Tasyam Papidyamanayam Abhimani Puranjanaha Avapa Uru Vidhan Tapan Kutumbi Mamata Akulaha Tasyam Papidyamanayam Abhimani Puranjanaha Avaporu Vidhanstapan Kutumbi Mamata Kulaha Tasyam Papidyamanayam Abhimani Puranjanaha Avaporu Vidhanstapan Kutumbi Mamata Kulaha Tasyam Papidyamanayam Abhimani Puranjanaha Avaporu Vidhanstapan Kutumbi Mamata Kulaha Vaishnavis. Word for word meanings. Translation purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Tasyam, when the city Papidyamanayam was put into different difficulties, Abhimani, too much absorbed, Puranjanaha, King Puranjana, Avapa, achieved, Uru, many, Vidhan, varieties, Tapan, pains, Kutumbi, family man, Mamata Akulaha. Too much affected by attachment to family. Translation. When the city was thus endangered by the soldiers of Kalakanya, King Puranjana, being overly absorbed in affection for his family, was placed in difficulty by the attack of Yamaraj and Kalakanya. Please repeat. When the city was thus endangered by the soldiers and Kalakanya, King Puranjana, being overly absorbed in affection for his family, was placed in difficulty by the attack of Yamanaraj and Kalakanya. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. When we refer to the body, we include the external gross body with its various limbs, as well as the mind, intelligence, and ego. In old age, these all become weak when they are attacked by different diseases. The proprietor of the body, the living soul, becomes very sad at not being able to use the field of activities properly. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly explained that the living entity is the proprietor of this body, Chetagya, and that the body is the field of activities, Chetra. When a field is overgrown with thorns and weeds, it becomes difficult, very difficult, for the owner to work it. That is the position of the spirit soul when the body itself becomes a burden due to disease. Extra burdens are placed on the body in the form of anxiety and general deterioration of the bodily functions. Om Jnana Timidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakham Vitanska He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This is the continuation of the story of Puranjana, an allegory given by Narada Muni to King Prachinabarishat to make him understand that in this life as human being, we have more to do than simply enjoying the senses, family life, wife, children, and so on. Because as the story goes now into the old age, as long as we are young, we are very enthusiastic. We are able to do so many things, going to many different places, contacted many different people, increasing the business, and in this way establish our life in a very wonderful manner. Some are building their house, some are starting and developing a business in different nations, and they are showing themselves very successful. But when old age comes, then there's a different picture, and then they become very disappointed. The old age is described here as the attack of Kalakanya. Kalakanya is the daughter of time, and she is not alone. She is accompanied by this Yavaneswara, who is the death personified. And this Yavaneswara is also accompanied by many soldiers, a big army. So they are going everywhere and attacking everyone, all the conditioned souls, one after another. Sometimes Prabhupada was feeling sick, so some disciples were inquiring, what's happening, Prabhupada? Prabhupada was tell to his disciple, don't think it will not happen to you. It will happen to everybody. So we have to be prepared for that, because Lord Krishna also is telling Arjuna that Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshan Budarshanam, that is an item in the list of things that has to be known. So knowledge is also very essential, knowledge of old age, death, disease. We should have to understand in advance these calamities that attack everyone. Kalakanya does not spare anybody. But if we take precaution, then we can become immune, or at least we don't have to suffer so much if we are sufficiently prepared to receive Kalakanya appropriately. And the solution also in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, I was just remembering this sloka, in the 7th chapter, 29th sloka, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that Jara Marana Mokshaya Mam Asritya Yatantiye Te Brahmatad Vidu Krishnam Adhyatmam Karma Chakilam. Lord Krishna says, intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. So here's the remedy given by Lord Krishna very kindly to Arjuna. Arjuna is also very young, very enthusiastic, Kshatriya, and he is not thinking much about old age and death, although that may be sometime one of his thoughts. But he need not worry about that. Lord Krishna tells him that if you really want to get free of this jara and marana, then you have to take refuge in me. Mahamasritya yatantiye. Because at that time, when you will understand your position as an eternal servant of Krishna, then you will become on the same level as Krishna himself, as mentioned here. Te Brahma Tadvidu Krishna Madhyatmam Karma Chakilam. Because you devote yourself to me, all your activities, Yad Karoshi Yadashnasi, Yad Joshi Yad Tatasiyat, Yad Tapasyasi Konteya, Tat Kurushva Madalpanam, as a dedicating yourself to me, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you type of tapasya you may be doing, everything that you may be doing, either in a mundane manner or in a religious manner, whatever are the activities to be done, you have to do it for me. So that is the solution to the problem of old age and death, meaning that it is not just like a flowery poetical language that Lord Krishna is speaking just to pamper, to trying to cool down our anxieties. But this is the solution. There is no other solution except to become a devotee of Krishna and dedicate one's life to Krishna, so that at the end of life, as promised, but without any other motivation, then you will remain entangled in the cycle of birth and death, and always going through the pangs of birth, old age, disease, death. That is the problem of conditioned life. So therefore Krishna said, those who are intelligent, they are endeavoring for liberation from this cycle of birth and death. So that is the standard of intelligence, the standard of knowledge. And this is why we have come to Krishna consciousness, to the lotus feet of our spiritual master. When Sanatana Goswami came and had a conversation with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Vishwanath, Kasi, at that time also he asked question that what are these three four miseries of life? How to avoid these miseries of life? And what is my identity? Why I'm suffering in this manner in this world? So these are all the intelligent questions that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered systematically to Sanatana Goswami. For 2 months, he had this conversation and question-answer sessions. And then afterwards, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Sanatana Goswami, now you go to Vrindavan and you write books on this Krishna consciousness. So this is the message of Lord Krishna, the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, earlier the message of Lord Ramchandra. There is no difference between the teachings of the Lord Krishna and in his various expansions. The problem is to be solved by all the conditioned souls. That is why Lord Krishna comes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chadushkitam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Yuga after yuga, Lord Krishna comes in different incarnations, and in order to protect the devotees, in order to annihilate, remove the demons, and establish dharma. So those who are interested, they take shelter of Lord Krishna so that ultimately they will not have to undergo these sufferings again, birth after birth. So we should concentrate on these teachings very seriously, even though there are many others things to do in life as far as the family and business and friends. They will take us in many different directions, but we have to develop this one-pointedness in our dedication to Lord Krishna. Otherwise, we shall miss the opportunity to achieve perfection as a human being. The gopis of Vrindavan, they were also busy in their own house. They were cooking, they had husband, children. They had to see the house is properly maintained, cleaning the place and so on. They were doing everything perfectly. They were ideal housewives. At the same time, they were simply thinking of Krishna. When shall I meet Krishna? What is he doing now? In this way, all day long, they were thinking of Krishna. At the same time, doing their worldly, ordinary duties as village women. So that is the secret. Many people are asking the same question. I have to do so many things. I have so many responsibilities, so many... I don't find time. And maybe 5-10 minutes like this. But how can I find sufficient time for spiritual life? So they should take the example of the gopis and other devotees of the Lord. They were also very busy in their material life, so-called material life, but they were completely dedicated to Krishna. They were never forgetting Krishna. at any time of day and night. So that is the, otherwise everybody has some other engagements. But this is the solution, that we have to fix our mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. And then we shall be able to surmount all the difficulties of life. Otherwise, at every step, padam, padam, vipadam, there are difficulties at every step, not a sham, not for the devotees. Apparently, devotees also have to undergo difficulties, including old age and death and so on. But for the devotees of the Lord, these are just momentary situations which do not affect their real life. Their real life is based on Krishna consciousness. They do not deviate from this. So that is the example we have to follow. Mahajanaro yenavgata sapantaha. All these teachings given by the Mahajans and followed in their own lives. So we have to try to follow these Mahajanas and in this way become free from these miseries of life. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that birth, death, old age and diseases affect this material body, but not the spiritual body. There is no birth, death, old age and disease for the spiritual body. So one who attains a spiritual body becomes one of the associates of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engages in eternal devotional service, is really liberated. So in the previous sloka, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada also was describing that these soldiers of Yavanaraj, they are attacking the doors of the city. Generally, when there is attack from the enemy will go to the doors in order to enter into the city. That is the easiest way of entering the city. So these doors are very important, and in the old age, they become weak. Doors become weak, and in that situation, the enemy can easily enter by forcing, pushing the door, entering into the city. And then that will be the end of those who are citizens of the city. Here, Puranjana is occupying this city of 9 gates. So, 9 gates, as Prabhupada describes in the purport, previous sloka, they become easily affected by various diseases. That's like eyes become weak, so you have to go to eye specialist. He will prescribe some special glasses, or you have to go to the ear. Your ears are paining, then the ENT specialist is there, so I will clean the ear. Or you may have to wear ear apparatus, otherwise you may not hear properly. Like that, mouth will be also affected, mouth and then throat, like that. For that also, special doctors are there. And not only gates of the body, including the lower gates, no? That also Prabhupada was describing, how it is difficult, these lower gates also giving trouble. And then not only this gross body or these gates, but also the mental body. Everyone has got gross body, mental body. The subtle body composed of the mind, intelligence and ego. And that is also giving trouble, because as You will remember when you reach old age, then you will remember, oh, now what can I do? I cannot do anything. Previously, I was going to so many places, enjoying life, and I got so many recognitions. I could run fast. I could jump. Sometimes Prabhupada telling in the middle of the kirtan, I would like to jump also like you. Prabhupada taking the position of an old man. He is not old, he is a pure devotee, he is not affected. But he was talking like this. I would like to be like a young man and jump during the kirtan. In the 1970s, there was one very famous boxer. His name was Muhammad Ali, American boxer on the heavyweight category, and he was very famous. He was dancing around in the ring, and he was tall and was defeating all his other competitors. Finally, he reached the World Championship, and he won the World Championship. So after winning this competition, he was like this, I am the king of the world. I am the king of the world, repeating like this. Everybody was clapping and so happy to hear this declaration. So that a young man can do like this. He can become the king of the world. Then after a few years, the same person who was such a famous boxer, he was attacked by Parkinson's disease, and he could not do anything. That became completely useless as far as the body is concerned. So that is the temporariness of the body. And the mind is contemplating this various, when all the men, they remember, oh, I was doing like this, I went there, and it was so pleasant, we enjoyed so much, and so on. They are spending their time sitting on a chair, watching TV, and so on. There is nothing else to be done for them. So they are just lamenting. So the mind is similarly affected in old age, and the intelligence is also affected because they lose their knowledge, they lose their memory. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that what is that? I forgot. Memory is also lacking. So, Sarvasya chaham riddhi sannivishta matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Matta, for me, knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. So this forgetfulness becomes very prominent in the old age by the grace of Krishna. I remember a few things that when I was going to the chief translator to show this Bhagavad Gita for translation, and he went to this sloka, this particular sloka, Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanamsha. So he was asking me why I understand Krishna is a source of knowledge, source of remembrance. Why Lord Krishna is also a source of forgetfulness? So he could not acknowledge the fact that Krishna is also the source of forgetfulness. If he can give knowledge and remembrance, and certainly he can also give forgetfulness. That is the opposite. But he can do both. So that is the power of Krishna. And so those who know Krishna, they understand Krishna is the source of everything. And they surrender to him. knowing very well that they are not independent. They cannot do anything whatsoever without Krishna's help. That is one of the items on the Sharanagati, that we are not independent. We are not independent. We should be always very humble. Humility should not be some type of social attitude. Humility is based on knowledge. If it is merely a social attitude, then I'll become proud of my humility. I'll become very proud, showing humility and becoming proud. So that is false humility. Real humility is based on knowledge. Knowledge that Krishna is everything. Without Krishna, I cannot do anything. The whole world is vacant. There is no world whatsoever without Krishna. And therefore, my whole life should be simply dedicated to Him, so that I can go back to His service eternally. So these are the considerations that one should develop at this age when we are young. As yesterday, the speaker of Bhagavatam, Prabhuji, was telling very important instruction from beginning, young age. Kaumara charat pragyo dharman Bhagavatam iha. That is also teaching of Prahlad Maharaj, that Kaumara means age of 5. From the age of 5, we should develop Krishna consciousness. We should be systematically trained in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, later on, it will become more and more difficult as we become more and more entangled, just like Puranjana, entangled in family life and material life, and then no time to develop spiritual consciousness, no inclination also, and then very quickly old age is coming, become weak, and then you become a victim, and you cannot do anything. You are just carried away by Kalakanya and Yavanaraj. In order to avoid this situation, Kaumara Acharet Pragyo, one should develop this spiritual knowledge from the very beginning. So that is the instruction of the great Mahajana, Prahlad Maharaj, and all the other acharyas. So Srila Prabhupada also established Gurukul. First Gurukul was in Dallas, Texas, and he gave many instructions to the teachers, such as Sachrav Das Goswami was one of the those who established the Gurukul. And so many instructions Prabhupada gave as to what type of knowledge, what instruction, how instruction should be given to the children, and so on, so that they can from the very beginning develop Krishna consciousness. So one item which is also relevant here is Suchi. How disease is coming, especially as Prabhupada mentioned, to the doors, like the mouth, the ears, nostrils, by unclean habits. So cleanliness is a very important item. The Brahmanas, as described by Lord Krishna, Samo Dhamma Stapa Saucham, Shantirajamam Evacha, Dhyanam Vijnanam Astikyam, Brahma Karma Samudbhavam. That the Brahminical quality, Sama, that is control of the mind, and Dhamma, control of the senses, Tapa, austerity, then Saucham. Saucham, cleanliness. So Prabhupada gave a lot of importance to these qualities because the objective of establishing ISKCON was to train a new breed of Brahmanas. New section of the population should develop Brahminical qualities. So these were the essential qualities that a Brahmana should develop, that including the quality of being suchi, clean. So Prabhupada gave many instructions in the matter of cleanliness. Cleanliness means external cleanliness, internal cleanliness, and then also the places where we are staying, working, office, or temple, of course, temple cleanliness. These are places where cleanliness should be strictly maintained. Actually, as far as the Westerners were concerned, the Nechlas, Yavanas, they don't have that quality. They think, sometimes they may think, yes, I'm clean, but actually, as per the Vedic standards, they have no cleanliness. And Prabhupada had to teach them very seriously, just like we are reading from Prabhupada's life, how he trained Yamuna Devi. She had just come from house on the occasion of the marriage of Janaki Mukunda and to New York to see Srila Prabhupada, and she was engaged in cooking. Srila Prabhupada trained her. She was the first one to be trained in cooking. And otherwise Prabhupada was the head cook. He was cooking everything. But from beginning, when Yamuna Mataji came, she was also trained by Srila Prabhupada. Yamuna thought, I know how to cook. I can, no problem for me. I can cook, no problem. But when she started cooking, immediately Prabhupada gave instruction. Oh, this is dirty. Wash your hands. You touch something else, wash your hands. Then after 2 minutes, she is touching her own body. Oh, wash your hands. Again, wash your hands. The whole lesson, cooking lesson, so much was just about keeping oneself clean, cleaning hand, of course. You have to take baths before entering the kitchen and so on. So many other rules are there. But gradually Prabhupada introduced rules one after another. At the beginning little bit, then gradually more and more rules came as far as cleanliness is concerned. Because we had no idea what should be the proper standard of cleanliness. Everybody thinks, yes, I'm clean. But how far are you clean? And that is why diseases are coming. Disease of the ear and nostril, throat, and so on, because of uncleanliness. Like Prabhupada instructed the teachers of Gurukul, make sure that the children don't touch their mouths. Because children, very often you can see small children, they'll put their fingers in the mouth. They put their hand everywhere, and then they put the fingers in the mouth. That can be a source of disease. And in this way, Srila Prabhupada gave this type of instructions. In Hyderabad also, I think a few times also mentioned how Prabhupada inspected the whole new temple in 1976, and he went in all the different rooms, temple hall, kitchen, brahmachari ashram, and so on. And we could understand that Prabhupada was observing how clean is the temple. How clean is it? So in the kitchen, Prabhupada came here, the same kitchen that is being used now also. You go to this door, and opposite door, the kitchen is there. So Prabhupada was there, another temple president and a few brahmacharis accompanying Prabhupada. Prabhupada was observing how far is the kitchen clean. And he saw one vessel So vessel was standing like this, and Prabhupada observed. And everybody also was looking in the same direction. So we thought, oh, this vessel is clean. It is clean, no problem. So Prabhupada, he came forward, he took the vessel, he did like this. No? And so the bottom part, the under the vessel, bottom part, was visible then at that time when Prabhupada did like this. And so that it was not clean. There's some, the dirt, some black spots were there on the vessel. He said, oh, this is so dirty, so dirty. Then Prabhupada gave a lesson that I was in Bengal, I went to Bengal, I know of course, Bengal, and I went to some of the houses of Bangis. Bangis are those who are cleaning the toilets and all that, they're Bangis. And I saw their house is kept so clean, even the Bangis. Every day they'll bring cow dung and they will spread cow dung in their house and in the surroundings. They keep so clean. But then Prabhupada said, I went to Pune and I've been in these Parsi houses, rich businessmen, Parsi community, and I saw these houses are so dirty, so dirty. And at that time the temple president became little very careful because he's from the Parsi community, from Pune. So very strictly, Prabhupada mentioned, these houses are so dirty. So then he told the temple, are you still a Parsi? You are still a Parsi? So how Prabhupada was so intent to teach us clean habits. And Suchi is also one of the qualities as described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. There are 26 qualities of the devotees, and Suchi is one of them. So it refers to body. We have to take baths regularly every day, and that is external cleanliness. And then internal cleanliness, that is by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I remember one public program we had in Guntur, LIC ground. Achyutananda Swami was giving lecture. There were about 3,000 in attendance. It was a very successful program. So Achyutananda Swami addressing the assembly. Does every one of you is taking bath in the morning? Then everybody is surprised. Why is Swamiji asking us a stupid question? Of course, everybody is taking bath in the morning. So Achyutananda Swami understood. Okay, everybody is taking bath, very good. Next question. Does everybody is cleaning his mind every morning? Then they are surprised. What is it asking? What is the question? How can we clean the mind? What a stupid question. How to clean the mind? So Achyutananda Swami gave the whole lecture, or part of the lecture, how to clean the mind. That was a very important topic in the lecture. And that is only by chanting the names of Krishna. So in this way, he introduced the topic, and everybody became interested that not only have to clean the body, but also have to clean the mind. This is very essential. Otherwise, having clean body and dirty mind, what kind of life? How will you become happy? If your mind is not clean, you are not peaceful. And if you are not peaceful, how can you be happy? These are very important topics. which people are not accustomed to hear. And so it's very essential that the whole movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is based on these important qualities that we have to develop. And so that's, I wanted to end the topic here, that before being victim of old age and death, we have to understand what is the solution. Is there any solution? Not by material life, accumulating things for sense enjoyment. That is not the solution to the problems of life. The only solution is to develop Krishna consciousness. That has to be understood from the earliest stage of life. So that is the topic today, this morning. Are there any questions? Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.